What's up, my angling friends, and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite fishing expert here, ready to dive deep into what promises to be a truly special day on the water. Today we're talking about the fishing forecast for Australia on January 10th, 2026. And let me tell you, this day is shaping up with some fantastic opportunities across our beautiful continent, but with a few twists that only a seasoned angler can help you navigate. We're going to break down the weather, the water, the moon, and most importantly, how to put more fish in your net. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly why this specific January day could be one for the record books if you play your cards right. First up, let's talk about some of our most sought-after species and the best ways to target them. With these warm summer waters, many of our favorite predators are going to be extra active, seeking out those feeding opportunities. For those of you chasing the iconic Barramundi up north, early January, especially after any early wet season rains, is prime time. Look for these powerful fish in tidal creeks around snags, rock bars and mangrove edges, particularly on a falling tide as bait gets flushed out. They'll be hunting actively. For tackle, heavy bait-casting gear with strong braided line is a must. Think large, hard body lures, soft plastics, or even live mullet or prawns. Work those snags thoroughly, my friends. That's where the big barra will be lurking, moving to the widespread flathead. These guys are absolutely peaking in summer all around Australia, and January 10th will be no exception. You'll find them in sandy areas, drop-offs, and around the edges of weed beds in estuaries and bays. Super light gear will do the trick for these ambush predators. Try drift fishing or bottom fishing with a range of baits like pilchard pieces, prawns, or soft plastics that mimic baitfish. Retrieve slowly with a twitch, keeping that lure close to the bottom. Our ever-present and tenacious breams will also be active, especially yellowfin bream in coastal and estuarine waters. They'll be holding around submerged structures. Think rock walls, oyster leases, jetties, bridge pylons, and especially fallen timber or snags in estuaries. The warmer water encourages them to explore these areas for food and shelter. Target these spots during the tide change. For bait, a lightly weighted soft plastic presentation like a 3-inch grub or a prawn imitation worked close to the structure is often deadly. Fresh peeled prawns or nippers are also excellent choices. For the offshore adventurers, Mahi Mahi or dolphin fish are absolutely on fire in these warm, early January conditions. You'll want to target temperature breaks and current lines around fads or any floating debris offshore. They love to hang around structure where baitfish gather. For tackle, think medium to heavy spinning or conventional gear. Live baits like small skipjack tuna or scad are deadly, but skirted lures or diving hard bodies trolled at 5 to 7 knots will also get their attention. Look for working birds, and that's a sure sign. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the conditions for January 10th, 2026. Because understanding these can make or break your day. The weather. We're looking at typical Australian summer conditions across many coastal areas. Air temperatures will likely range from a pleasant 20 to 27 degrees Celsius during the day, dropping to around 19 degrees Celsius overnight. Expect a fair amount of sunshine, around 8 to 9 hours, but don't be surprised by isolated short bursts of tropical showers. There's about a 26 to 30% chance of light rain, especially in some areas. Humidity will be moderate to high. Winds will generally be light to moderate, perhaps around 18 kilometers per hour, meaning comfortable boating conditions for most. Atmospheric pressure is generally stable during summer, but those sudden showers can cause small fluctuations, which might make the fish a little key or finicky. Overall, these warm, somewhat humid conditions usually mean active fish, but sudden pressure drops or heavy downpours can temporarily put them off the bite. Water temperature. The water temperature across coastal Australia in early January is looking fantastic, my friends, ranging from a comfortable 21 degrees Celsius up to a balmy 26 degrees Celsius in many southern and eastern coastal areas, and even warmer up north. This warm water means fish metabolism is high, making them feed actively. However, it also means they'll be seeking out cooler, oxygen-rich water during the hottest parts of the day, or retreating to deeper areas. Moon phase. On January 10th, 2026, the moon will be in its last quarter phase with an illumination of around 50 to 56%. This phase occurs roughly 3 weeks after the new moon. The moon will be about 21 to 22 days old, rising around midnight and setting around noon. Popular fishing lore often suggests that fishing can be good around the last quarter, with stable or increasing bite windows around moonrise and moonset. However, a significant amount of moonlight overnight can sometimes mean fish feed actively through the night, making them less keen during the brightest parts of the day. You'll need to focus on those low light periods and tide changes for maximum activity. Overall fish activity. Considering all these factors, my friends, the overall fish activity for January 10th, 2026, I'd rate as medium to good but capricious. The warm water and summer feeding patterns are a big plus, encouraging active metabolism and feeding. However, the last quarter moon, combined with potential humidity and localized showers, means the bite might be inconsistent. You'll need to be observant and adapt your tactics. Fish will be active, especially around tide changes, but they might be wary or holding deeper during the brightest parts of the day. Patience and precise presentation will be your best friends. So there you have it, my friends, your detailed forecast for January 10th, 2026 across Australia. It's a day that promises rewards for those who understand the conditions and are willing to adapt. I wish you nothing but the best, tight lines, and may your cooler be heavy. Before you head out, if you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more epic fishing content, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for this amazing day? What are you hoping to catch? And what are your go-to summer baits in Australia? Share your wisdom with our awesome community. Until next time, stay safe and reel it in.